Fair enough. Okay, obviously this is not Augusta, and that's because, well, I'm on my first away rotation in LaGrange, Georgia, literally on the other side of the state. Let's give you a quick tour of home for the next 3-ish weeks. Front door, roommate's bedroom, kitchen, laundry machine, snacks, dining table, focus, dining table, living room, soccer, really nice balcony, my bedroom, closet, my bathroom. In general, some pretty basic stuff. We get put in this thing called AHEC. Honestly, no idea what it stands for, but it's pretty much state government funded housing that allows students and residents to do away rotations all around the state, because MCG is the only public medical school in Georgia we have outreach to all across the state, so they want to make sure we have some sort of housing. Nothing too crazy, 2-bed, 2-bath. Honestly, this is best case scenario because they normally have 4 people stuffed in here like sardines, but it's just me and another guy in my class, so we each get a bedroom to ourselves. Can't complain at all. But I'm happy to be back, seeing patients again. Let's take you along for my neurology rotation. So the goal for the morning is to try to get to the hospital around 6:30, 7 o'clock-ish. It's about a 15-minute drive away from the housing that they gave us. And what's really nice is that the physician lounge, and you'll see in a second where I work, is absolutely, and I mean absolutely next level, where they give us breakfast and lunch and dinner if I wanted to stay, plus a bunch of awesome snacks, meaning that I can just roll out of bed and just go to the hospital, not having to worry about breakfast because it'll be there for me. And as a med student, it's those little things that mean a lot. Free food is everything to us. And after I have a quick bite to eat, I go here to the corner of the physician's lounge and do my chart review for the new patients and new consults that came in for the past day, and prepare to go see my patients in pre-round before we do rounds with my attending and the stroke coordinator. Every morning is inpatient neurology, so I'm seeing, for the most part, a lot of strokes and seizures. Okay, I said I normally see like strokes and stuff, but instead this morning I got to see my first case of normal pressure hydrocephalus and myasthenia gravis. Always a learning. And after I go round and pre-round, I come back here and take care of my notes for the morning. depending on how quickly I get done with my notes, I either quickly eat the lunch that they provide in the physician's lounge and study in there, or I go to a coffee shop and get some study in before I go to outpatient clinic at 1, which is 20 minutes from now. For outpatient neurology clinic, we see a lot of more ambulatory stuff, so a lot of headaches, medication management for chronic conditions like Parkinson's, and then some follow-ups from like seizures, strokes. So all that goes from about 1 to 4 every single day. That way you get to see both inpatient and outpatient all day, every day. And after a long afternoon at clinic, I'm done for the day. And it's 4 o'clock. I'm socially exhausted, as always, from clinic. Let's go home. So when I get home, it's about 4 or 5 o'clock, and my afternoon and evening looks like some variation of this all the time. First, I'll come home and do the rest of my review Anki cards for the day, and then knock out anywhere from 30 to 40 UWorld or AMBOSS questions, and then maybe I'll do some reading and Step Up to Medicine, or use some other resource on a topic that my attending wanted to teach me more on, or something that I am weak on that I saw today and I want to beef up my knowledge. If I'm lucky and it's a good day, I'll try to get a short workout in this little apartment gym. Not much, but it's better than not working out for 3 weeks in a row. And then of course, finish up the night with trying to actually take care of myself and get some food in me like a responsible human being and future doctor. All to end my night around 10:30ish to wake up bright and early tomorrow morning and do it all over again. Now this rotation is very, very different from my past ones for a couple reasons. This is a 3-week rotation instead of the normal 6 for my coursework, meaning that we have to prepare for our shelf or end of rotation board exam in half the amount of time than usual. That brings about its own challenges that I don't really have to talk about, it's pretty obvious. But I think the biggest switch up for me has been, this has been my first away rotation and my first private practice experience, because all my past rotations have been at an academic institution, meaning that I work with a lot of residents more than my attending. And this one, having the direct student attending interaction and almost mentorship relationship is something that was new to me. Now, it's not better or worse, it's just simply different. There are pros and cons to being in private practice. The biggest pro being I get free food every day, which is awesome. But there's no real hierarchy to work through when you're a student, meaning that you assume a lot more responsibility simply because you don't have the excuse of, oh, my resident will take care of it. My attending is the only neurologist in the entire city, meaning he does inpatient and outpatient every single day, every week. So in the morning, after we round on our patients, I'm the one going to tell them of the plan because, well, my attending is off to clinic to go see his patients. It leads to a lot more ownership and independence, but it's also very growing and a teensy bit scary because you don't have anyone to really bounce ideas off of. It's just you, yourself, and the knowledge you bring to the rounds. In a lot of ways, this has been a really short and sweet rotation. I do kind of miss the dynamic of having residents with me and having that feeling of like we're both learning together instead of like somebody knowing everything and trying to dispel this knowledge to me. But I think underratedly, that level of kind of the Grand Master Wizard giving the apprentice all the knowledge of like many years built up has taught me a lot. So neurology has been fun. Back to Augusta for my psychiatry rotation very soon. All that I'm left wondering is, if neurology is the brain learning about itself, why is it so difficult to understand? Like, you are the answers, right?